All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Another Sunday. D&D and the Sandman here in the barbershop once again. Episode 26.
26.
Yo, it's Chillin' Podcast. Yeah, man, 26. So if this is your first time seeing us, your 26th time seeing us, make sure you like the video, subscribe, comment, share it, tell your friends. That's the most important thing you do is tell your friends about us. Get them listening to us too. Anyway, let's get right into it.
Let's do it.
I want to talk about this guy that I read about over the week named Robert Smalls. You heard of Robert Smalls?
Uh-huh.
I think you're gonna like Robert Smalls a lot.
Okay.
Let me give you the highlights of Robert Smalls' life. All right. In 1839, this dude is born into slavery.
Okay.
In 1861, he steals a Confederate military ship, disguises himself as the captain, finds their secret code book, uses their hand signals to pass their gunships. So he's up there in a Confederate uniform in a ship he just stole, like doing like the whatever, flashing the signs he needs to flash to get through. On his way, he picks up more people. He grabs some more slaves and their families. He rides the ship up to the north to freedom. He works as a military advisor for the Union until the war is over, buys his own house, runs for Congress. He wins. He's in the House of Representatives, and he just lives out the rest of his life in peace and harmony.
Damn,
you never heard of that dude?
Yeah,
Robert?
I've never heard.
Robert Smalls.
I'm gonna have to dig into Robert Smalls a little bit. Wow.
Yeah,
Passed
one
as
of
the
those
ship's captain.
badasses that
Passed as the ship
yeah, nobody
captain.
talks about him.
Man.
Yeah, that's just fucking cool.
Yeah, that's.
Wanted to make sure we give Robert Smalls.
Hey, shout out to the Smalls family.
Yeah,
man. Hell yeah.
a little bit of attention on the show because that's fucking badass.
I'm gonna have to look into that, man. I like that. I'm
That's
into
crazy,
that.
dude. Like the pressure, the shit that's at stake, man. That's situations that hopefully most people will never have to live through.
In the 1600s, not even the 1800s.
No, 1839 he was born.
1839 he
Yeah,
was born.
yeah.
Still.
Yeah, 1860. So it was during the Civil War. That he was doing
Yeah,
this,
in a conflict going on at the same time.
Steals a ship. I mean, if at any moment of what he's doing this, if he gets busted, it's a game
Dead.
over. He's just dead. Yeah.
Wow.
Woo. Yeah, he takes the time to help other people too. That's the cool part to me. Is he's on the way out in this incredibly tense situation. He just uses hand signals to get through. He's like, I'm clear, and then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna pull over. I'm gonna pick up some more people, and we're all gonna go.
No time to judge.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Damn, that's some major shit right there.
Yeah.
You're gonna make me dig that one up, man.
Yeah, it's good. I got an article about him up right here. Yeah, the shit's all legit. I looked into it. Yeah, it's all verified true.
Robert Smalls ended up settling where?
Let me see. I'm not sure. Oh, this is the article. I guess I'll skip to the end.
Would have had to been
Beaufort, South Carolina. He died a free man.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess after that, yeah.
Property where he had been born a slave.
Wow. So probably still in the family even.
Yeah.
Huh.
By the time of his death in 1915, Smalls had become a U.S. representative, a war hero, a civil rights activist, a homeowner.
Those stories are amazing, man, and mainly.
Yeah, and those are the ones that people should know about, man.
Well,
like,
yeah.
make a movie about that.
Make a movie about that.
That shit's
Not only
cool.
that he was a slave, but make a movie about that.
And it'd be a good movie anyway.
It'd be a great movie. I mean, we get it, the slave, it happened, but let's make a movie of let's get a little more truthful with it.
Yeah.
And those stories are amazing. Like I don't know if I ever told you, like Malcolm X was born in Omaha, Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
His house is still up there.
Yeah.
And they probably started maintaining it better now in the past 5-10 years than they ever had before. And I only saw this on a video, but I knew this. Nebraska was settled by the first generation free slaves.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a particular part in there, Alliance, Nebraska, where it was a gal who was responsible for some items that, she had to clean up. And she found, back then the pictures had to be panoramic.
Yeah.
Then they would put them together, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So it was a panoramic picture, probably about maybe 150, 200 black slaves. And at the bottom of the picture, it said Alliance, Nebraska.
Damn.
And I paused the video. I'm like, holy shit, that's Alliance, Nebraska.
Yeah.
Well, she happened to be an educator, born and raised in Alliance, Nebraska, never not knowing that her hometown was settled by free black slaves.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, man.
That's
there
pretty
was
crazy.
A lot of Nebraska was. A lot of the
Shit,
small towns.
Alliance is
around.
kind of out there.
Yeah, it was.
Damn.
Well, in western Kansas, and they actually had a guy the other morning on Good Morning America, and I talk about this all the time because I had the pleasure of driving through there on accident, and it was kind of like a culture shock to me because you think Kansas, ain't nothing but white people.
Yeah.
It's the home of and I want to get it right, the Black Farmers Coalition, where the whole town is black farmers from, just family after family, man. If you ever get a chance to drive through western Kansas, man, check it out. I had to stop.
Yeah.
I mean, black farmers, black cowboys. I mean, and that's, first black cowboy, was a black guy. Yeah. So that history in Nebraska, man, and to hear that, tell those stories. We need to hear those stories.
Mm-hmm.
I know Nebraska City had a lot of blacks in it back, way back then.
You see that new Idris Elba movie?
I haven't.
Idris Elba on Netflix. I think it's called like Concrete Cowboys or something.
I've seen it. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. We haven't seen it either, but I think it looks pretty good.
I like him. I like that dude.
Yeah.
First few movies I never do the dude was from the UK, but UK dudes is taking all over the gangster movies, man.
Yeah.
These dudes, they doing their thing.
So a couple episodes ago, I told that story about how the dude was like, "Why do you pee like that? Don't you have a dad?" All that. Yeah, people like that. People thought that was pretty funny. That did pretty good on TikTok, by the way. Yeah, follow us on TikTok. Make sure you like that one.
Funny. Don't you got a dad?
Yeah, like, don't you have a dad? Yeah, I got a dad, but he didn't show me that. I don't think Dad's listened to that one yet, but he's got some explaining to do. But like it kind of got me thinking, like when you're in the Marine Corps and you're in charge of people, he might have been a legit question he was asking me, because there are some situations where dudes come up to you and they're like, hey, Lance Corporal, how do you do taxes? Or hey,
how do you tie a tie?
Like my car's not starting, and
how do
I
you put a condom on.
Yeah, like my car's not starting, and I don't know why. Or they'll come like, hey, like can you, like I need advice.
Right.
Like I'm having girl problems. I need advice. Like
I guess you're right. You are right.
Yeah, like there's situations in the Marine Corps where it's like, this dude, no, he doesn't have a dad, and he needs.
I don't know, man. My dad, may rest in peace, man. That would have been a crazy. That would have been. I don't know if that would have been a crazy ass moment. Knowing how crazy my dad is, man, that would have turned into some comical fucking shit. Get it in the hole.
It's that easy, but he might have legit been asking. He would have like, hey, maybe you don't have a dad, but yeah, I had to help. But by the time I was a team leader or whatever, it's like, hey, I don't know how to fix my car. I don't know how to do whatever. I don't know how to pay taxes. I don't know how to vote.
Yeah.
How do I let the post office know my address changed? Like they don't know. They just didn't know how to do that shit. So you're like 19 and this kid's 18 and you're like, well,
yeah, you don't think about 18.
It's like, well, I just figured out.
Is anybody ever 17 or no?
No,
you gotta be 18.
Not by the time you get. I think maybe you can go to boot camp while you're 17, but you have to turn 18 by a certain time. I don't know, but yeah, it's like you just got here. You're 18. I've been here for a year, so I'm 19. But I know
coming from Florida all the way to fucking.
But I know a lot more than you do now. Like I just found out how to do this last year, so let me tell you. Like when I got there, I'm like, how do I register a car? Like I don't I can call my mom, but she can't help me that much because she's in Nebraska.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I gotta go ask. Like at that time, I'm the 18-year-old, and there's a 19-year-old Lance Corporal, and I'm like, hey, Lance Corporal, where do I go to
register the pecking order?
Register my car, dude.
Gotta go through it.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just there's dynamics. Like there's definitely like a big. Eventually, there's like big brother, little brother.
Right.
Dynamics there.
Right. Yeah. I was watching on the news the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with Jane Elliott?
No.
You know, when you were in elementary school, and of course race has always been an issue. What was the climate for it in elementary? Do you remember? Were there any
race?
issues?
No.
Well, I was in the 5th grade, probably in 1987, 88, maybe. And I just remember we had these weekly folders that we would have to take home. I think it was on Wednesdays or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember the teacher passing around this note for our parents, and it was voluntarily. We didn't have to, you know what I mean? But for our parents to sign. I'm like, okay. I always took my shit home for my mom to sign, you know what I mean? not knowing what the fuck she was signing. And still to this day, I wonder if my mom knew what the fuck she was signing. And I don't know if it was the week after we got it signed. But anyway, I remember going to school this day. And right when we walk into the school, you know, you got breakfast, you know what I mean? You know, if you wanted to eat breakfast at school in the morning. So we get there, and there was two lines, like right at the beginning of the door. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know, we usually just walk in and either go to the gym or go outside and wait for school to start. You know what I mean?
I know what's happening.
So I'm like, what the fuck, right? So on this side, I don't know what it might have been, fucking porridge, grits, whatever the fuck it was, right? And on this side, which we had never gotten in school ever, was like cinnamon toast and chocolate milk and fruit and all that shit, right? Well, and what's so crazy about it is the signs. You know how you see in the old pictures, like white only, black only here. Well, the sign, it said brown eyes, blue eyes. So, you know, mind you, I'm in 5th fucking grade. You know what I mean? And I'm telling the story as an adult now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, all the minority kids have brown eyes.
Okay, you see where I'm going?
Okay,
you follow me now.
Yeah.
Follow me now.
Yeah.
But even some whites,
like all the minority kids, and then like a few white kids.
Yeah, a few white kids were in the line with us. That's where I'm going with. Okay, there were a few white kids in the line with us that had brown eyes, but most blue-eyed, green-eyed, whatever, had to go to that line, to the porridge line, get the slop in the bowl, right?
Yeah.
And throughout the whole school, man, they had cordoned off, you know, brown eyes, blue eyes. The first classroom, you know, and it was cold out, that, you know, I remember, and they had the windows open, and those were the blue eyes kids' classroom. We got to go upstairs where the heat was on, and you know, and
so the brown-eyed kids got the good stuff.
We got all the good shit. Well, bro, and I'm gonna just cut it off. Like, you know, we got all the good shit. We got the privilege. We got to go outside. We got to, man, the lunch that day, like, it was fat, man. Like, the shit we got to do that day, while all the blue-eyed kids were basically our slaves. By the end of that school day, all the little white kids were crying like a motherfucker.
I'm sure.
And I remember, man, and call me what you want to, but I remember that day like, hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Had that been tried today?
Yeah, I don't think that'd go over super well. I mean,
that was our critical race theory.
Yeah, I don't think there any kind of big deal was ever made about it for me.
No?
Like, it was acknowledged, like, you know, people are different.
Nothing like Jane Elliott, huh?
Like, people are different, and it's not a big deal. You know, like, we were all cool with it. Like, I never saw a kid be racist to another kid all the way through high school. I didn't really see anybody be racist until I got to the Marine Corps, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, this dude, he got a tattoo. He got a big old tattoo, and it was a noose, and it said Southern Justice, which didn't sit well with some people, obviously.
Yeah, that ain't cool.
So they gave him, like, he got, like, NJP'd for it. He got in trouble, basically.
That's clearly, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and they told him, like, that's just not cool. You can either, you know, cover it with something, get it covered, you can get it removed, or we can kick you out of the Marine Corps over it. And he was like, kick me out. Fuck it. Said I'd rather get kicked out than cover my fucking
that's
Southern Justice tattoo.
That's crazy, especially in the Marine Corps, where, is it true, or is it maybe the Army, where everybody here is green? I mean, how many guys?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, nobody cared.
Nobody cared. Yeah, that's crazy. Man, you can't have that, not in the United States military.
Yeah, so he's like, I'd rather get kicked out. He's from the South somewhere.
Yeah, that's why,
yeah.
man.
I heard that he is in jail.
Didn't make it too far in life after that.
Well, he was murdering drug dealers. He was doing like a Dexter thing. He was like murdering criminals.
Okay, now here's where my criminal mind's gonna kick in right here, because I thought about it.
Yeah,
but mine
I heard he was
like,
chopping them up
to get away, to hide from the police. Maybe I can go join the military to hide and get away. Okay, now that I say that, have you ever heard of the story of the real 50 Cent?
No.
Oh, you don't know about the real 50 Cent?
Mm-mm.
Man, let me tell you about the real 50 Cent, man. There's been so long, but the real 50 Cent, I can't remember his real name, was probably, they say he was probably 5'1", 5'2", 130 pounds, carried a 45 long and a 357 in both pockets. basically, if the dude was alive today, the 50 Cent rapper, they said he would either be dead or extorted for using his name. That's how real this dude was. Like,
okay.
There's album covers in hip hop, classic album covers where he's Eric B. and Rakim's album cover where there's a little dude where he has like 10 big fat ass chains around his neck. That's the real 50 Cent. This dude robbed LL Cool J. All the big rappers back in the day, he had robbed them and had their fucking chains on this album cover. Like nobody was getting by this dude. This dude was like,
that shit's fucking crazy.
Like the song How to Rob, 50 Cent took that from his real life. This dude was so hardcore to get away from the streets and the cops, he joined the fucking army. So they said, not only is he a killer, he's a trained killer. Dude was, man, you should be able to find it on YouTube. It was a docu back in my day. The
crazy.
Real 50 Cent. Check that shit out,
I never
man.
thought of that. I never met anybody that joined to get out of going to jail. So, I mean, I've heard of it happening. I've heard of it being like almost like the judge says. Like,
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It was almost an option for me.
Yeah,
it was almost an option for me. But I was just like, nah. In that time, it was it was Desert Storm, and I was an only boy. And my mom was like, "Fuck that," you know.
Yeah.
You better go lay it down. Yeah, you should check that out. The Real 50 Cent, man. It'll blow your mind.
Damn, that's fucking crazy.
And you go back on all those album covers and shit. And
I know,
LL Cool
I'm
J's
about
on there
to
talking about him. Eric B's talking about him. And they're like, yeah, that motherfucker robbed me. Like, there wasn't nothing you can do with this little motherfucker, man. The dude was a trained killer by the military.
That's fucking crazy.
Ice-T, man. You know, he was, I think, Army.
Really?
Yeah, paratrooper at that.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Jimi Hendrix, paratrooper.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few dudes, man, in hip hop that Mystical. You probably don't know who Mystical is, do you? Marine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Bob Ross.
Yeah,
I think
kill you with a toothpick.
Yeah. Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers. Yeah. You'd be surprised out here, man. And of course, the great Jesse the Body. Jesse the Body, man. We can't forget Jesse, man. Jesse the Body Ventura. That was bad motherfucking WWF days.
So me and the wife were over at your house the other day, like last week.
We forgot to talk about this.
And you talked about, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, go ahead.
But you were talking about not to eat a black woman's spaghetti.
Yeah.
And I need you to elaborate.
I didn't elaborate? I didn't?
I need you to elaborate.
Okay. Well, I don't know where it came from, but this is like an age-old fucking thing.
I assume it's like some voodoo stuff because my wife was talking about how Mexican ladies have this thing where you boil the dude's underwear and make a tea with the water and then make him drink it, and then somehow that makes him like
never leave.
You
not
got
gonna
him.
Leave. Yeah. Period blood in the spaghetti.
Period blood in the
Period
spaghetti.
blood in the spaghetti. Same thing.
Huh.
Same thing, bro. Same thing. Yeah, so
Shit.
you ever go over a black girl's house, man?
I don't know which one's worse.
And
honestly.
she cook you some spaghetti, dog. You're like, nah, I'm good. I don't even know.
I don't know which one's worse. I don't know if because drinking a tea made with water that my underwear was boiled in, it kind of sounds worse to me.
Oh yeah, damn.
Yeah, that's a hard one. Depends on what I was doing that day, I guess.
Got the Guju juice.
It depends on if I got some swass or something.
What you call it? You call it swass.
Yeah.
I call it Guju juice.
Guju juice. Yeah, man, swass.
Okay.
Swass.
Yeah, got that Guju juice.
Yeah, I don't know which one's worse, honestly.
Damn.
I don't even think you would notice the spaghetti.
No, you wouldn't. But what about the tea? What's that shit smell like? Like it's just,
that's what I think. I think you would probably know. Like it would smell funky.
Yeah,
like,
that's.
I would think like
that's gonna smell like ass.
Yeah, period blood in the spaghetti. I don't think
You
you'd
ain't
even
gonna know.
I don't think you would even know that happened.
But you ain't gonna be able to leave though. You ain't gonna be able to leave either way, man.
I guess if it really works, I guess
You
you're,
ain't gonna be
you're
able to
stuck
leave
either way.
either
So if you got to pick one,
You gotta pick one. I'll take some spaghetti.
I don't think that works.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But yeah, man.
The underwear one doesn't like. Why would boil in my own underwear?
Like, wouldn't
You'd think it'd be hers.
Hers, yeah. Well, what was the other one I heard? She'll take her panties and stick a knife in her panties and like stake them in your yard. I've heard that.
And then you're fucked. You walk outside. You're
oh
like,
shit! You know what I mean?
she
A butcher
got me.
knife with some
She
panties.
got me.
Around. She got me. Damn.
The neighbors are walking their dog like, oh, she got it.
She got it.
She got
I
that
wasn't
dude.
even looking. Shit. Yeah, I've heard that one. But mainly, man, yeah, it was the spaghetti one.
Shit.
Yeah, don't eat her spaghetti, fellas.
Huh.
If she
Yeah, I
invites
guess don't eat
you
the
over
spaghetti.
spaghetti, you better be going out. Shit. Yeah, man. I didn't. Damn. I thought I elaborated on.
What'd you
that.
think I was talking about?
Oh, the Dominoes, man. We forgot about the Dominoes.
Oh, we didn't talk about
the Dominoes.
we didn't talk about
last week.
Dominoes.
Y'all been playing?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. Okay.
A little bit. Yeah, we're getting faster. We're getting faster at counting. We count fives.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Just gonna let you know we
25.
we count fives at our house.
Learning how to play dominoes, man.
Yeah.
It's lovely, man. It's
It's fun.
I never played, and as a black dude, every time I go to a party and black people, let me want to play spades. Nah, I never learned how. You know, it's like my black card almost gets revoked and shit.
Spades is fun. I play spades.
I never learned how.
I like spades. I think we should learn how to play spades too.
I'm down. Chess, I know how the pieces move. I just never developed a
Not
strategy.
me. No idea.
Like, I don't know.
No clue. I'm firing blind on
Right,
chess.
I'm just here. I know how the pieces go, the rook in the L shape, in diagonal.
Honestly, even checkers. I don't really have a plan in checkers.
Checkers, man. Checkers ain't just.
Yeah.
Checkers is really deep. But dominoes, man. I learned how to play dominoes actually playing them myself in jail in the county with my homie years ago, Martrell Brown. And after that, I was hooked, because I'm always, counting money and, doing
Yeah,
shit.
the dude you were playing with was really good too, right?
Yeah. I ended up in prison, and I think it was my first time in prison. I ended up sitting at the table, man. He hook, line, and sinker. He's that guy on the streets ready to hustle anybody that sits at the table with him, right? I'm green. I mean, I know how to play dominoes a little bit, so I end up at the table with him, man. Everybody's like, oh shit. And I'm like, damn, did I sit at the table with a fucking serial killer or something? Well, this dude's the fucking reigning NSP domino champion for like 11 years in a row. Yeah,
Damn.
man. I was probably 0-1,000 to this dude before I finally got him, dude. I am not fucking lying. Real spill, man. I was probably 0-2,000 before I finally got this motherfucker, man.
Perseverance, man.
Yeah, and the dude used to tell me, I can see through your dominoes. I'm like, what? I almost believe in this motherfucker, man. This dude used to read a book while he was playing dominoes with me, man. He used to piss me the fuck off. Like, how can you read a fucking book? I'm over here sweating on my forehead trying to figure out what the fuck you're doing, man. Yeah, man, dude was amazing, man. But I got so good, and then I started playing other motherfuckers. And it was to the point where I couldn't keep score no more because everybody thought I was cheating. And I'm like, here, you take score then. Pop! And I just started busting motherfuckers' heads.
You beat all of us pretty fast.
Learning how to count the dominoes. Like I said, there's 7. You gotta just know there's 7 of everything. And if there's 4 of those out there, then
I'm not there yet.
You know what I mean?
I can add up the points. I'm not to the counting all the knowing what's out there.
And it's more than scoring. Sometimes you gotta pass that up, and just to knock me off. You gotta kind of anticipate everything that's gonna come around the table before it even gets there. That's why. That's the beauty in the
I'm
game.
looking at it and I'm like, okay, I can go there. and then if something messes it up, I'm like, well,
I'm
shit,
still good.
I'm fucked.
Right,
No,
right,
not
right.
me. I'm fucked.
Always keep yourself 2 plays.
Yeah.
Always keep.
I only
yourself
have the
2
one
plays.
play, and then I have to start all the way over if it gets fucked up
You'll learn.
before it gets to me.
You'll learn. I probably
Yeah,
should have
that's fun,
started
man.
off with the colored dominoes for y'all, so it wasn't. So,
Yeah, that's what we got. We got the color.
Yeah,
We got the
sweet.
color
Start with
down.
those. Start with those. You'll get it.
We're getting a lot faster at adding up at least.
It's a great game, man, and like I said, Caribbean, Latinos
Came with an instruction booklet. It's like
Really?
it calls them bones.
bones. Hell
Yeah, but it always puts it in quotes. It's like
bones.
it's like each player draws 7 bones.
They say that in the instructions. Hell yeah, they getting down with it, huh?
Yeah.
Bones, dominoes, ivories,
The bones.
the click clacks. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So much slang for them. I think they used to be made out of ivory, or the ones my
Probably,
uncle had
yeah.
were made out of ivory.
Damn, that's pretty badass. Well, I don't know. I don't really like the ivory trade, but so I guess actually I take it back. That's not badass. That's not that cool.
And I got the big red ones. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are cool. The ones that we got are thinner or something. So
the ones I got are competition dominoes.
We try to pick them up and we can't get them. I think they're too.
I think
thin.
they got one more bigger than I got.
Really?
One more size bigger than what I got.
Oh, there's like regulation dominoes. Like
Yeah.
in competition,
Competition
you're only allowed to
dominoes.
use this kind.
Yeah.
Why? Why does it matter how thick? they are?
Nah, I don't know. I never got
Just with
that.
the rules.
I never got that. I mean, I've been to a few tournaments, and that's just what they were using. Or they got these little beads in the middle of them. So you know what I mean. There's so many different kinds of dominoes.
People probably take that shit serious.
Oh yeah,
too,
oh yeah, oh yeah. Especially in the
Yeah.
penitentiary, man. I've seen a dude had a fucking. And I don't know if they still get these cans in there, but you used to get cans of tuna, and sardines and shit like that. This dude took the fucking top of the tuna after he opened it with the can opener and fucking shaped it up and fucking filed it down some more and would be at the domino table with that fucking thing, man. I seen a dude get his whole fucking chest ripped open.
What the fuck?
You want to know what for? Counting fives.
For counting fives?
Counting fives.
Whoa.
Counting fives.
That explains why. You
One
take
thing
counting
about
fives so
dominoes in the
seriously.
penitentiary is we do not count nickels. That's petty shit. It's 10 to get on.
Isn't stabbing somebody for counting fives petty?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I would say so. I agree with you. But,
What the fuck?
the politics of the penitentiary is it's
For
10 to
counting
get
fives? Like, is that worth it? I guess if you're in there for a long time anyway.
Yeah.
But is it
But,
worth it?
that was probably more than likely a gambling table. There's little tables spread out here and there on the yard, you know what I mean? And,
Yeah. And maybe it wasn't the first time he told him.
right, you know what I'm saying? And there's just some tables you can't sit at because, it's
Yeah.
real. This ain't for rec. This ain't for talking shit, you know what I mean? Which is another element of the game.
Right.
Talking shit. And you being in the military, I mean, our backgrounds, it allows us to.
Yeah, my wife said you were a little scary even.
And
She's like,
people tell me that,
Damon's
man.
kinda
And
scary
people
when
tell
he
me that.
plays
It's just, man,
dominoes.
I get into the game, man. I get into the game. And the art of talking shit is very much a part of dominoes.
She spooks easy, man.
Yeah,
She's-
it's all good. It's still in me sometimes. I'm working on it. I'm still working on it. But yeah, that's just, and I come from that era where, again, like we talked about it before, on the bus stop, snapping, cracking, jonesing, whatever the fuck. You big head, big lip, crispy backbone. You know what I mean? We did that shit to each other. Nobody took it personal.
Yeah.
Ever. Now, maybe there's that one dude because he had a bad day in school or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was like, man, I don't want to play. And then that's when everybody got his ass. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, we was always able to talk shit to each other and just to knock you off your square, keep the pressure on you. You know what I mean? See where you really at
especially
with
when
your
you're trying to think.
when you're
man.
trying to think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just part of dominoes. It's never personal. It's never ever personal. That's just the art of dominoes, to be able to talk shit a little bit. We all at the table, everybody swinging their dicks. That's all it is. I've seen it done in spades too before. I've seen fights in spades. I've seen motherfuckers get shanked over spades too, man.
Yeah, probably. It seems like you can get shanked over a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like when you go to prison, it's not really that hard to get shanked.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
Seems like maybe some people in there are just looking to shank somebody.
You got those guys. Yeah, you do. You got those guys, man. Them motherfuckers will cut your motherfucking ass deep.
Yeah,
Put it through you.
I mean, why else do you file down a tuna can and have it with you at all times? Unless you're trying to stab somebody.
Unless you're trying at the domino table.
Yeah, same thing. I mean, I say the same thing about guns. Like, why you got a gun unless you're trying to shoot somebody? But,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't get it. But yeah, man.
especially if you pull it out. If you pull it out, like you better
shoot it.
You better be shooting.
Because there,
It's
if
kind
you
of-
don't, and he does,
Yeah, well, I mean, not even that, but like, if you think it got to the point where you needed to pull your gun out, then you better shoot somebody, because otherwise you're just pulling it out to intimidate somebody. And
purely,
yeah,
Purely.
that shit ain't that cool.
which is still happening.
shit ain't-
I got on my Ring doorbell, and it. I mean, it always goes off. There's always a creeper during the night. You know what I mean? Somebody walking through somebody's yard, somebody stolen bike, somebody stealing plants off somebody's porch. But there was a fucking car, man, that rolled down the street, man, and let off a whole fucking clip out of the window.
Damn. Yeah, for what?
What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Just to play with it, just to, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know what
see,
a ricochet means,
Yeah,
right?
see, that's the thing. It's not.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's that,
It's not something to be playing with.
and 0.5 miles from my house. You know, so I'm like, what the fuck, man? Who would do some shit like that?
Yeah, I don't know. I just like, and not even like just the gun thing, but just being that rude.
What the
Like,
fuck?
I can't even imagine it. Like when I smoked cigarettes, I didn't even like smoking cigarettes outside my own house because I didn't want somebody else to have to smell it.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I can't even imagine just rolling through.
Bah, 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 bah. I'm like,
That shit's just rude.
why the fuck would you do that, man? Why the fuck would you do that?
Regardless of the danger factor, which is there for sure. That's how like kids end up getting shot in their bedroom and stuff. But,
Stupid shit, man. There's a bunch of stupid
Yeah.
shit. There was a murder the other day, man.
Yeah.
Happened right
Saw that,
in front of
yeah.
my sister's house.
mm-hmm.
My sister had to see that shit. You know what I mean? Luckily, my nephew wasn't there, man. And the only reason,
Yeah, like broad daylight.
broad daylight,
Like 2 blocks away from one of the busiest streets in Lincoln.
because the dude's pride
Mm-hmm.
got your big ass whooped. Little man was on your ass, and that's why he got an eye jammy in the mugshot. Beat your big ass,
Mm-hmm.
and you go do some stupid shit like that.
Yeah, and now you get to go to jail forever.
Man, you gone, man. You out of here for the rest of your life. And then, reading the article,
Shit's stupid. Yeah,
dude had only been out of the joint 3 months.
we talked about that tons of times. Like pride.
That shit'll
is
kill
all it
you
is.
faster
Yeah,
than a
it'll
heart
get-
attack.
It'll get
Faster
you in
than
trouble,
that
man.
bullet.
It'll get you in trouble.
It'll get you in trouble. It'll get you in trouble.
Like what? Why do I care if someone thinks I'm a pussy or something? Like why do I care? If someone
Probably
wants
don't
to,
even know
someone
me.
wants to fight me in the street, I'm gonna say no.
Ah, man.
And it's like,
shit.
oh, what are you, a pussy or something? Like I guess,
Whatever,
but I gotta work
motherfucker.
tomorrow.
I got
and-
shit to do,
like,
motherfucker.
like I'm not gonna fight. I'm
I
not gonna
got
fight
some
about
money
it.
waiting on me right now to come pick up right now.
Yeah.
20 years ago, yeah, I would have met you.
Yeah, like people. I read an article about somebody getting stabbed. Like people are getting shot and stabbed and stuff like crazy, but it's like it's not necessarily random. Is what I'm saying. Like people are putting themselves in some bad situations.
It's never random, dog.
Yeah, like that guy that stabbed another guy in a car. They were definitely doing some kind of
They were
drug
doing
deal.
some shit.
Yeah, there's definitely some kind of drug deal gone bad or something.
And
like,
I get the editor, you want to write a story, but
yeah,
don't say.
like motive unknown. Well,
See, that's why I should. I don't know if we talked about it, but I'm thinking about journalism, man.
yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, I don't need ABC necessarily. You know what I mean? I just need a fucking iPhone and a fucking microphone. You know?
Yeah,
and
pretty
I'm
much.
really thinking about doing it.
Yeah, pretty
I mean,
much.
because what was the one? The guy was walking downtown at 2 a.m. and somebody runs up and stabs him.
Yeah, it's
Shut the fuck up,
that's-
man.
yeah.
He was probably doing some shit and didn't pay, dude.
Yeah, people-
Whatever was going
that's what I'm saying.
down.
People are kind of putting themselves in some bad
And he wanted
in
his
some bad
money.
situations, which I
Right.
guess that would be just a general increase in crime or whatever. But it's not necessarily like you don't necessarily have to worry about just walking your dog or whatever. Yet.
not at all. Not in Lincoln.
No,
not at all.
Not yet.
Nobody just ran up and fucking stabs you, dude. You was doing some shit, motherfucker, and it's all good. We don't care. Just don't say somebody ran up and stabbed me
For no reason.
for no reason.
At all. I don't even know who it was.
I don't know who it was.
A complete stranger.
Shut the fuck up. You was doing some shit.
Yeah, you were in.
He either didn't give you enough or
he's-
you didn't pay enough.
Yeah,
Something.
yeah, he stole the zip out of your pocket.
He was just walking.
You were there to sell him a zip, and he didn't have his money, but he did have a knife.
That kills me when they he was just walking. No, he was.
Yeah, at 2 a.m. What
At
are you
2
doing?
in the morning.
What are you doing?
Over there?
Spoons
Nah.
out, goons out, man.
That's Transaction Avenue over there, man. In front of the fucking governor's mansion was that area, man. This was just always blowing me away, bro.
Yeah, that's a bad part of town.
That's-
Governor's mansion, that's a bad part of town.
Like, bro, are you home? You didn't hear that shit? But I don't think he lives in there most of the time. The dude
probably
is a fucking billionaire. I mean, it would be a
Probably
step
not.
down to.
I mean, he's not from here.
And he ain't from here.
Probably has a house somewhere else.
Exactly. Well, let's speak on that. Remember when his son got robbed in Omaha?
No.
You don't remember that? Yeah, they kind of brushed that downtown Omaha.
Well, that'll happen.
That'll happen.
That'll happen.
That'll happen. I'm
That'll
like,
happen
what
in
was you
downtown.
doing in downtown Omaha, man?
That'll happen in downtown
During the
Omaha.
day, downtown
Yeah, I
Omaha
mean,
is sketchy.
Yeah, if you're the governor's kid, you should probably stay out of
Probably
downtown
should
Omaha.
stay out of downtown Omaha.
Especially at night.
Yeah, they didn't let us know. Yeah. We've had some crazy ass
Yeah,
governors. here.
Omaha, that might happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen downtown. What was it? I went to high school with. I think they were twins. The Johans. brother and sister. One ended up high on coke, running around on the roof of the fucking mansion.
Oh my!
And I think the daughter was taking the cops on high speed chases like every other weekend and shit, man. Them dudes, them cats was crazy as fuck.
Hard.
You can come here and be governor of Nebraska and get away with anything. And I read that in a book. I still gotta let you check that book out, man. I ain't gonna say the name of the book, man, because some heavy shit happened. I still got. I'm gonna let you. I'm almost done with it. It's gonna fucking freak you out.
Damn. Well, that ain't hard lately.
No.
Yeah,
It's
not
right.
hard.
It's right
not
along.
hard to find some disturbing shit.
Well, I'll fucking say the name of the book, man. It's called The Franklin Scandal.
Yeah,
and the
I listened to some shit about that. Yeah.
Oh man,
I listened to a podcast about it.
Oh my god, bro! And people
crazy. They're like making kids kill each other, and that's like of the pile of bad stuff. That's like the not that bad.
That's not that. That's mild.
They're like making kids fight to the death, but that's like not even close to the worst thing that was going on.
Yeah, it's real. I mean, I'm probably threw that book across my room probably 100 times. I'm surprised the pages are still intact.
Yeah,
Just like,
especially
crazy. When I found out, and not to say like, but when I found out, because his name was Larry King. Not the Larry King, but Larry King, and it was like he's a black man. I was like, he's fucking black. I was like, he's black. I was like, he's doing this shit. I was like, holy shit, he's black. And I threw the book like, god damn, it would be a brother, man. God damn. God damn, man. But never going to prison for any of this shit that he fucking did.
Yeah, that's usually how it works.
Man. Yeah, man, heavy shit. And then, I got another question we talked about the other day while we're on this tip. What happened to Corey Haim? You know who Corey Haim is?
Mm-mm.
Corey Haim is he was a child actor from the 80s. We're probably the same age. And he had a homeboy name. It was Corey Haim and Corey Feldman.
Yeah, I know Corey Feldman.
They were always in the movies together back in the 80s. Lost Boys, all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Corey Feldman's the one that went crazy, like on live TV, talking about how everybody's fucking chimos.
No, that's real.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah. Now you see the book, you see the parallels.
Yeah.
And he's all of a sudden disappeared. He was supposed to come out with a movie. He was supposed to come out with a list of names, but kid disappeared again. Yeah, like in Major Hiding, man. He's been telling us, Macaulay Culkin, all these child actors from the 80s, they're telling us this shit now. So it's on that level of like, this shit is so crazy, it's unbelievable. It's like, it's that fucking crazy. It's that fucking crazy, man. And right here in Nebraska. And I can't remember the name of the movie, but I think it was Terms of Endearment. They made right here in Lincoln, Nebraska. And I remember Deborah Winger, but our governor was dating one of the stars of the fucking movie while she was here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Got high.
I never heard of that.
So high on coke one night, she
Shit.
fucking stole this limo and was high speed chasing around Lincoln. My mom and them always tell us the story about Deborah Winger, how she painted the town red in Lincoln back in the 80s, man. High on fucking coke. And then his restaurant gets fucking firebombed, where the DMV is on West O, used to be Carrie's restaurant. It was a nice place to fucking go eat. Gets firebombed. It was Lincoln, man, was
interesting.
Yeah, and what they say, Nebraska's a flyover state, especially back then,
hey,
when no Instagram, no Twitter.
There's some rich people doing bad stuff here too.
Right here in Nebraska. They come here to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's millionaires here getting into some weird shit.
Fucking A, man. That's all Nebraska is money. People see cornfields, but
yeah, I've been thinking that a lot lately. That like this, I read stuff and I'm like, I can't believe this is real. Like it's like stuff that's verified true. Like I can't believe that this is real. Like there's on HBO Max, there's a documentary about the January 6th Capitol riot thing.
Right, I've seen the commercials.
Yeah, that shit's fucking crazy.
It's deeper than
that shit's crazy. Like it was close. They're like 20 feet away from getting into a place there where they would have been able to get their hands on the vice president and the representatives and shit like that. It's crazy. There's like body cam footage from the cops. This cop gets pulled into the crowd, and you can hear on the body cam, they're like, take his gun and blow his fucking head off. Yeah. And the cop's like pleading for his life. He's like, I have a family. I have a family.
That was
like,
some...
Yeah, they're like pulling guns off cops, contemplating blowing their heads off in the street.
I remember the morning.
That shit's crazy.
Because it was the morning before my birthday. I remember I was taking a shit. And I
as
remember,
one does in the morning.
you know,
Yeah.
shit, shower, shave. You got
Yeah.
to do one of them. But I remember initially I started laughing like, what the fuck?
Yeah, this is weird. It didn't,
I'm like,
it didn't seem real. Like there's people crawling on the outside
right,
of the
and that's what I'm
building.
thinking. We can do some amazing
Yeah,
shit with
it's
our
like-
phones now. We can film a whole movie with these
Just-
phones. So
just
I'm
didn't seem
like,
real.
is this? But then I'm like, this shit is fucking real.
Yeah.
I'm like, this shit is fucking real.
Yeah, and it's like, what were they there to do?
What were they all there to do exactly?
Yeah.
Kill? Is that really what
Yeah,
y'all
they
were
all
there
say
for?
they all say no, but it's like, what were you there to do? There were dudes running around with zip ties.
fully automatic.
They came with like pictures of
Flak jackets.
of Mike Pence in a noose. Like
Helmets.
they came with signs that said "Hang Mike Pence." Like you made those signs at home and brought them here. Like you're gonna say that you weren't planning on doing something crazy.
Dude, that was man. And
You know, like
throughout the day,
what were you gonna do if you
What
got
the
if you got into the room where all the Congress people were at? You know, like what were you gonna do? What was your plan if it wasn't to do anything violent? Like what was it? Yeah,
I still can't wrap my mind.
there was a
around
dude
that
in there handing out joints.
shit. Okay.
He had a fanny pack. He said he had a fanny pack and he had like 7 joints in there. And he's like, I thought everybody would chill out. Maybe it worked.
We need his name.
Maybe it worked. He's on the documentary. He's like, I thought everybody would chill.
I gotta watch that. We need his name.
Yeah, he was handing out joints, like people smoking joints at the Capitol building,
Yeah,
United States Capitol building.
That's and the crazy thing about it, man, it's going down in history
Yeah, it was crazy.
as probably one of the worst days. I mean, I hate to compare it. There's really no comparison, but as far as like a historical moments in United States history, that's a 9/11.
Yeah, I can't even.
Harbor.
I can't even. I probably can't even think of all the times in my life that I've been watching TV and thinking like, I can't believe this is real.
In America.
Yeah.
In America.
Yeah. 9/11 was one of them. I remember watching like the war start. I remember watching them bomb Iraq on live TV.
Right. And you kind of felt the same way
Yeah,
as
and
that,
I was
right?
like, I can't believe this is
I
real.
can't
Like
believe
I'm
this is-
watching a city explode
happening.
on live TV.
They're doing it.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah, man.
9/11 was one of them. COVID is one of them, obviously.
Yeah. I knew
The
I knew
Capitol
that shit
riots.
wasn't over. And again, it's gonna go down in history as one of America's worst days.
Mm-hmm. And it should, honestly.
And it should. It should. That's not some shit that
Yeah, that was uncool.
Man, that was some heavy
that
shit
was
that
super uncool.
heavy shit that day. Fucking DC, man. All the and then one thing I noticed were all the different flags.
Yeah, what
Some
are
were
those?
familiar, and some I was just like, "What
Yeah.
the fuck is that? What the fuck is the yellow one with the 2 red stripes? You know, what the fuck is that one? What the fuck?" And I'm
Mhm.
like, "Where are these groups coming from?"
Yeah, and what do they want to do?
Obviously, they're
Like,
they're
what do
they're
what do
dripping
they
in
wanna
hate.
do? Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah. See, that's the
I mean,
thing too.
the protest is one, but shit,
Mm-hmm.
to go in there and then using the very same flag that y'all try to say Cap was fucking disrespecting, you used to try to fucking stab a motherfucker.
Yeah, man, that's weird.
Now I don't know if
that's I mean the double standards. Every single group ever is just a big double standard the entire time.
all y'all motherfuckers, man.
Everybody who says don't do this, they're doing it.
And I always
I'll tell
thought
you right now, they're doing it.
it was illegal to handle a flag like that. I could be wrong. Maybe that's just something they put in our heads back in the day. But
I don't think
not-
to carry it around like that.
I always thought
I
that
don't
was
think
like
so.
disrespectful. Like the guys
No.
putting them in the back of their trucks, and you know what I mean, like when we were kids, you wasn't.
Oh
supposed
yeah,
to,
I think
we didn't see
I think
that kind of
technically that
shit.
is kind of against the flag
You
code.
ain't supposed to treat the flag like that.
Yeah.
That's how we were always raised. Like, you know, on your porch, cool, and then you roll that military or not, you treat that motherfucker with respect.
Mhm.
You ain't supposed to have it flapping in your truck. You ain't supposed to have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, I saw a lot of.
Yeah,
lot
I
of
mean,
like
I get what they're doing. Whatever.
I get what
Like,
you're doing, but okay,
Yeah, you're proud.
you're proud. I get it.
That's cool. I'm not knocking that. I don't think that necessarily should be against the flag code, but
And it's just I always thought if you disrespected that flag, or if it ever hit the ground, you had to burn it or something.
yeah, it's like the people who are most adamantly against something usually don't know what they're talking about.
Exactly. Like the "Don't Tread on Me" flag. Are you
Yeah.
familiar with it?
Oh yeah, I like that one.
the guy wasn't racist.
No.
At all.
Mm-mm.
But you see these hate groups flying that flag, and I can't remember.
Yeah,
his
that
name
just means
off
quit
top.
charging me so many taxes.
Quit fucking with me.
Yeah, that
you know
just
what I'm
means-
saying,
yeah.
or I'm gonna bust your shit.
Yeah, that
You know,
means
that's it.
step on
That's
me, you
it.
get bit.
That's it. He just happened to be from one of the Carolinas. I'm not from the Google. I'm off top with it. I can't remember his name, but I think he was from South Carolina, I think. Wasn't for slavery, wasn't against it necessarily, but he had nothing to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
Just quit fucking with me. Why you fucking with me? That's what that flag meant. But I saw a lot of hate groups flying.
Yeah,
you don't even know what the fuck that shit's about.
It's fucking weird.
He's not on your team.
It's fucking weird. It's like, not to get like comic booky, but it's like cops who have like the Punisher logo on their stuff.
You get it.
It's like the Punisher hates you.
You get it.
Like,
you get it, right?
That shit's just so funny to me.
Man, that dude hated the fucking corrupt police. That's
Yeah,
what the
like,
fucking movie's about.
Punisher hates
He
you,
hates the
man.
fucking cops, man. They killed his
Yeah.
family and shit. You know what I'm saying? And y'all using his fucking.
Yeah, they got like the Punisher logo tattooed
I'm like,
on
y'all
them. They got
don't-
the Punisher logo on
Y'all
their
don't know.
vest
Y'all
and
never
stuff.
watched The Punisher, did you? You didn't watch The Punisher.
Well, and
at
also
all.
it's like the Punisher's all about killing people, which is not supposed to be what being a cop's all about.
No,
So maybe that shouldn't be the focus of
but
your job. But
he's the Punisher.
yeah, he's the Punisher.
And
He
y'all
don't-
using his
he
shit.
He don't like you.
He don't like y'all. He
Or they
wouldn't
got
have been
like
on your team.
stickers on their truck that says outlaw.
Hey, it
they
always
got they got
cracks me
one.
up.
They got a sticker. They got a thin blue line sticker, and then they got another sticker that says outlaw. And it's like, I don't think that shit means what you think it means, man. Like,
That's not
outlaw,
what that means.
outlaw doesn't mean what you think it means.
That's
If you
not.
also have a we stand with the police,
That's
we
not.
back the. They got we back the blue outlaw for life.
That cracks me up, man.
on
You
the
gonna
sa-
back the blue until
on
the
the
blue
same
fucking
truck.
gets you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why would you love the police? Not necessarily that you have to hate them. I don't hate them, but I don't love them motherfuckers. Why would you love the fucking police? Like, I see people on there all the time. You know what I mean? And yeah, there's some cases where you probably say, "Yeah, good job, LPD," but
Right.
y'all, shut the fuck up. Come on, man. Until it's you, motherfucker. And I want to say that so bad. They're like, well, why do you motherfuckers love the police? They ain't never on your side. They're never gonna be on your side. Never, ever. That is a government agency designed to police you. They're not necessarily the fire. EMTs. They're there to help you.
Yeah.
Police. I mean, as soon as some shit happens, they're coming to get you. And then we'll see if you still flying your sticker on your truck after that. We'll see if you still love them after that.
I saw a lot of like there was a few Trump train stickers and stuff in my neighborhood, but those went away pretty quickly. Actually,
I got a guy.
I haven't
man.
seen them in a while. It's like they went into hiding or something after the election. Which I mean, regardless of whichever way you feel
I
about
get it.
but
I mean, and not even. I mean, when we do talk politics, it's all comical because that's what that shit is to me.
yeah, I just think
Why
it's,
would y'all think he's still?
I just think it's funny how
Like,
quick.
why-
I just think it's funny how fast they went. Whoosh,
Hey,
and
why-
took the stickers off their trucks.
What made
and
y'all
shit.
think? I don't know. Whatever, but
No,
whatever.
he's still president.
still the
according,
president.
according to some people.
Man, get the fuck out of here, man. And okay, and just to and I don't know where you were, how old you were when the Bush Gore thing happened.
That was like, what was that? 2000.
2, 6, 4,
2004?
somewhere around there, where Gore was our president for a week,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
they did.
I mean, I don't remember. I know about that. I don't
Yeah.
remember it, but
and so I get it. With okay.
yeah,
but
I mean, it's been
y'all ain't talking about it though.
almost a year.
Yeah, and that was the thing. I'm like, okay,
Well, it's-
why ain't they talking about the Bush Gore thing? It's like, don't talk about that. Don't talk about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they keep doing these audits, and these audits keep finding out that it was actually like the most secure
The most
election.
legit
It
fucking
was like the
system
most-
that you could ever,
It was-
motherfucker.
it
They
was-
wouldn't even let the president in.
It was the most legit election we ever have. And again, what's funny, not even like we don't want to take sides on this, obviously, because the two-party system is fundamentally flawed. I think. Like, I don't think either side is really out for your best interest, for the record.
Not at all.
But I just think it's funny how like the news is always like, man who accused so and so of voter fraud found voting 4 times. They're like, this election was corrupt, and it's like, yeah, you did it.
You did it, yeah.
This dude,
Y'all let him in.
I saw this dude on the news who was like, he was filing like appeal after appeal to like sue his county to get him to recount the votes, and they did, and they found out that he voted for his dead wife. Yeah, so he's like, there was fraud. You got to find it, and they're like, it was you.
You did it.
It was you. So if anything, like when they recounted one of the states, they found out, they were like, oh yeah, you were right. Actually, Biden got way more votes.
Yeah, so I remember that one.
They're like, oh yeah, actually,
we
Biden,
actually lost some of his
yeah,
votes.
actually,
so.
Biden got 2,000 more votes, and we miscounted, and Trump got 2,000 less votes. So yeah, we're actually, thanks for telling us to recount.
And what's so funny about it is the same motherfuckers that voted Biden in there, they want his ass now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not exactly doing a super job.
I mean, so where the fuck we going? Where are we going next? Now y'all want to kill him. Now all the jokes on Jimmy Kimmel are about Biden.
Yeah, who knows?
It's like, and man, I had to stop watching Jimmy Kimmel because of
that's
that.
Got to just be the worst job ever. The president, man, nobody's happy.
I don't know. Now I see how fucking easy it is. I do shit.
Yeah, I guess.
I can go talk to fucking Putin. What the fuck is happening? Fuck you got to eat. Shit. Real motherfucker to real motherfucker, man. Shit. That motherfucker challenged Barack Obama to a fight.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny as shit.
He made it. I don't know how the system works over there, but under Putin's administration, they made it illegal to charge former presidents with a crime.
I saw that.
And he's about to retire. So right before he retires, he made it illegal for them to charge him with a crime. So you know he did some shit. Putin did some shit.
Well, Bush Sr.
Yeah.
Head of the CIA and probably some of the worst times in America from the 60s to the 80s. He was the CIA, the head of that motherfucker,
yeah, there's
man.
Some shit going down.
They had to kill that dude. You 91, motherfucker. You ain't ready to go yet. you motherfuckers get old and like, yeah, I killed 1,000 people in China in 1988. You know what I mean? Like, goddamn, dog, you ain't supposed to say
I made crack.
Shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I made crack.
I'm George Bush and I invented crack.
Yeah, we got to get you off. We got to get you out of here, man. That motherfucker was living too long, man. The head of the CIA. Fuck, what did he accidentally fucking say?
He's about to tell everybody space wasn't real.
He's about to tell everybody some shit, man. Everybody, or Clinton, he getting frail too.
Yeah, he was just in the hospital.
Yeah, motherfucker's mind starts going like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
He probably didn't know that much. He seemed like he was. He seemed like he was letting other people take care of stuff.
They said he was one of the most inquisitive.
Probably.
Like coming in, like
he's
what
really
about
smart.
This? Yeah,
super smart.
The southern accent might have threw some people off. You know what I mean? But yeah, he was a lawyer. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So was she?
I think so.
Yeah. So
I think they met in college.
Yeah.
At law school
or Kansas.
Yeah. Yeah. People think he's dumb because he's from Arkansas, but he's a pretty smart guy.
Yeah, he's a smart.
So
guy.
maybe he does have a lot of secrets locked up in there. That'd be crazy, man. I wouldn't want to know. I don't want to know a bunch of stuff that I'm not allowed to tell anybody.
Ugh.
It's a lot of responsibility. I can't even I get online and I buy my wife a present and then I sit there for like 10 minutes and the vein starts popping out of my head and I'm like, I got you a present.
I can fuck it.
I text her like, I got you a present.
I got you something. Yeah, I'm like that.
And then she's like, what is it? I'm like, oh, you'll find out when it gets here. And then about 10 minutes later, I'm like,
I'm gonna tell you.
This is what it is. And I send her a screenshot. Yeah, so if I had some secret information that nobody would know, I would tell somebody. I'll just tell you right now.
Just off GP.
Yeah, I would tell somebody because I can't handle it. I can't handle even having a minor secret.
Just off GP.
Yeah.
Like man, you remember we did? Yeah, man, we did that.
I'd be calling the news.
Hey,
like
man.
George Bush told me that.
You know what I mean? That shit y'all. Hey, check this out.
Yeah, George Bush told me that aliens played tennis with his son.
Aliens.
I was editing the last episode and your camera moved. Yeah, but it was really slow. It was over like the only way I noticed was when I fast forwarded it and I saw it go. Whoosh, whoosh, like I played it at like 40 times speed. It was happening super slowly over the course of like the whole video. Yeah. Yeah, and see, we don't touch them. Yeah, it's weird, man. Halloween's coming up.
You can't see the goosebumps, but man,
it's weird.
I specifically told Jana the other day, you see me turning this sign off. You see it.
Yeah.
It's off.
Yeah.
We both, or even just she's, fucking with me like just staring. It's fucking off, bro.
Yeah, it's all.
And
I do that with my garage door.
The next morning, and not only is it on, but it's blinking.
Ooh.
And to make it blink, you have to push it twice.
Ooh.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if you see
weird.
my new Ring camera there, right there off to the side in the box.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You gonna put it inside?
I'm gonna put one inside.
Damn.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna put one inside, man.
I'm kind of scared.
We've been in this building now, going on 4 years, and again, y'all, I know y'all have heard this house we've turned into a barber shop is 140 years old, built in 1879, man, and yeah, came to work the other day and the fucking thing was blinking.
Shit.
Yeah, man. I mean.
Yeah, so my camera moved that one time. Your camera moved, and I don't think we're touching them.
Nah, I'm nowhere near it.
Especially ever since my camera moved. That was a good one though. It went.
Yeah.
That was a fast one. I sent that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's weird.
Hey, they are amongst.
Yeah,
They are amongst.
yeah. It's Halloween. Next Sunday is Halloween. We'll be in here.
We will.
Yeah.
Woo!
Ooh. Damn.
Damn.
We might have to talk to somebody before we start.
And this is south side of Lincoln is and they had the list on the
Bring some candle.
I'm not subscribing to the Lincoln Journal Star's fucking shit, so I couldn't read the article. I think I'm
Yeah.
done for the month. I gotta wait till next month. But anyway,
Yeah.
this side of town is the most reported on hauntings and shit, just because everything started over here. So
we'll do the next episode about spooky candlelight.
yeah, we'll see. And then
we'll bring a Ouija board in here.
what's
Just kidding. We're not gonna do
Nah,
it.
yeah, we ain't get
Nah,
that
we ain't
shit
fucking
there.
with it.
Yeah, never have I.
Nope.
Never have I. And
Nope.
everybody I know that did, man, it wasn't. I got a homeboy that got a white patch in his fucking head.
Yeah, I'm
Fucking
not doing it.
with that
I don't even necessarily believe that anything would happen, but just in case.
Just in case. It's just it's evil. It's not.
Yeah, I don't
it
wanna
ain't,
do it.
Why fuck
I
with
don't
that?
wanna do it.
Why go down there?
Yeah, why find out?
I'm not going up there. I'm not going down there. I'm nothing. You know what I mean? Like the dudes the other
Ouija
day.
board probably doesn't do shit, but I don't know.
They came to fucking put our filters in and check our air shit and all that shit, for the winter,
Yeah.
man. And I opened the door for him. He look at me. I'm like, go ahead, motherfucker. I'm not going. I told you I'm not going down there. I came here to let you in. That's what I told you. I told him, man, it's still 1880 down there, bro. That motherfucker came upstairs and was, yeah. It's still
Damn.
1880 down there. Like I said, there's a fucking, like, no backhoes, so, my construction background, I'm like, there's no 90-degree angles down here. Like, obviously, there wasn't any backhoes or anything like that. So it looks to me like they just had a sickle on the back of some mules, and they, like
Just
a
dug that
bowl,
shit
and
out.
just, up, down, and came back around, and that's how it is. And then they went to the back and just kind of dug out like a cave. And there's, you've never seen these kinds of washers. They were old when I was a kid, but it was that one where
you
had
talked
the
about that
scrub
before.
board
Yeah.
on it, and it had the 3 legs on it. It's sitting right in front of the doorway.
Yeah,
bro.
leave that there.
Yeah, leave
Don't touch
that
don't
there.
touch
Leave that there.
Yeah, so maybe before the show next week, we'll try to make contact.
We'll see. Hey, man,
it's
we
freaking-
come in peace, man.
Freaking Halloween is probably the best day to do it, I guess.
Come in peace.
Yeah.
We come in peace.
At least say what's up. At least see if they think the
many
barbershop's
ways-
cool. Or
Right,
something.
right. The many ways that people celebrate Halloween.
Yeah.
That's the day they say whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. So, yeah. Next week, before we start the show, we'll try to talk to somebody, and then we'll see if we can't get some creepy voices on the recording or something.
Yeah, that's a trip.
I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to. Long as
Hopefully
it's
that doesn't
cool.
happen, but if
Oh,
it
my
does,
grandma used to say, my great grandma and great grandfather built their house right off the railroad in St. John, Missouri. They had passed away, so we go down there and clean the house out and shit. And my grandma said, "If y'all see somebody, baby, they ain't gonna hurt you." I'm like, "What fuck you mean?" You know what I mean? I'm shit. What do you mean? Yeah, my grandma, she always
you're way too nonchalant about it,
you
Grandma.
just like you know them.
what do you mean?
You know them? They cool. Like we supposed to be cool.
Does that happen a lot?
Yeah, or do they live there? Yeah, my grandma. I remember her saying that too. Like
If you
straight
see
face.
somebody, don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. All right. We'll say you said hi.
Yeah.
Then. Yeah. That shit was a trip. That shit was and I think all those buildings are probably gone right now.
Probably.
And have you ever been on the Missouri River?
I don't think so.
No.
I've driven around it, across it.
Man, there's certain areas. Like years ago, we did a job in Indian Cave, Nebraska. I mean, it's just Indian Cave.
Yeah, you talked about that.
Yeah. Well, there was a part of the river. Well, we kept sinking, like our heavy equipment and shit. Man, we lost a dump truck. Man, we had to let a dump truck sit for 2 months to let it dry before we could pull it out. Like we were snapping fucking chains and shit, chain links flying like bullets and shit. Man, that day, man, I'll never forget it. Well, the park ranger came down, real park ranger, Smokey the Bear looking motherfucker with the hat, all that shit. Came down and told us that we were on, the reason we were losing all our machinery and shit was because we were on the old riverbed. So I'm like, what? And here's the fucking Missouri River, just, like, something about that river always fucking freaked me out, man.
Yeah.
Just because history.
Because it's big.
You know what I mean? And back then, life, they had to be close to the water because life, was important. You know what I mean? Water, especially. But just the history of that Missouri River. But after him telling us that we were on the old riverbed, and I'm like, so you mean this shit had shifted to where it is over there? Yeah. He said about 300-400 years ago, something what we don't know shifted the river over to there. And,
It's weird.
Yeah, and they got the Indian carvings, and I think a Sitting Bull is buried there. There's a chief that's buried there, and it's gated off. You can't get close to it. They got the lights and the plaques and shit on there. It's real deal down there, man. But just the history, and I'm working down there, and it's so big, everybody's far away. It ain't like a regular job where a dude's 10 feet away, where you can be like, hey, hand me that shovel. I'm by myself. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, man, all the death, all the shit.
Yeah.
Probably just where I'm standing. Like, what the fuck, man? And then one night we had to go back down. Oh my God, dog. I swear I was seeing orbs and shit. I'm like, oh, we gotta get the fuck out of here. No lights in here, man. It's a camping area.
Damn, okay.
So they ain't, you're not gonna have lights where
I'm trying to stay at a haunted hotel or something.
I don't know if Lincoln has any.
That shit would be weird. But then it's like, I don't know. Like,
I know they got the one.
Then I think you're just expecting it too much,
Right.
And then you're primed. So then, like, any noise you hear, you're like, oh, it's a ghost for sure.
I know they got the one in Colorado.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Where they filmed The Shining.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the one, the Stanley, I think it's called.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. I saw something about that. That's why I was thinking about that. I saw something about it on the internet.
Yeah, I've never been up that far. That's up there. You're fucking up there.
Yeah.
It snows up there. You stand at the Stanley. That's it. You get caught up there. You stand at the Stanley.
I don't know, but then I think if something did happen, I don't think I'd even believe it because I'd be like, well, I was ready for it. So maybe next week we'll hear some whispering or something.
I don't know.
In the background of the recording.
Well, I told the story on Instagram the other day, and I think I told the story on here. And there was 3 of us in the car. We all saw it.
You did tell us.
Yeah. And my homeboy now is a pastor, so I'd rather him tell the story than me tell the story.
Yeah.
He Latino, Puerto Rican. You know what I mean? So they in Puerto Rico, bro, is where they got that fucking huge satellite. Like I don't know how. Like this satellite, like they had it in National Geographic one time. And sometimes they got the pages that you can peel all the way out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was about this satellite in Puerto Rico that's just pointed to the sky, waiting for something to say something. You're not familiar with it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I remember the magazine. You peel all the pages out, right? And they had a crew of guys out in the dish, scrubbing it, cleaning it, maintenance and shit. And they wanted you to find them. There were like 6 of them.
Couldn't see him. It's just big.
That's how fucking huge it was, man. And it's just pointing at the sky, just waiting. So
that's crazy.
His whole family, and they got here from Puerto Rico in the 80s. That's when we met when we were kids. But you talk about aliens, it's you listen to them talk about it, like they believe it down there. Just like Arizona, New Mexico area down there. I mean, they got everything's alien themed down there. They live by that. They know. You got people like, you live down the street. Just certain places and certain things people.
Well, maybe next week we'll get some ghost shit. Maybe next week we'll get abducted. But either way, that's it for this week. Send us your best tips for contacting ghosts to our email, alwayschillingpodcast@gmail.com. Yeah, we probably want to do a Ouija board.
That's out.
But, maybe we'll like burn some sage or something before we start recording. But anyway, like us on YouTube, like us stuff on Instagram, subscribe, follow us, TikTok, Twitter. We're there too. Like I said, you can email us, alwayschillingpodcast@gmail.com. You want us to talk about something, you want us to expand on something we talked about, whatever, shoot us a DM. We're pretty available. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys have a great week.
Holla.